Hey guys, so I know this is like unusual from the typical content that I create, but I don't know, I just had like a message on my heart and I just wanted to say to never be ashamed of your life. Never be ashamed of the experiences that you have. Never be ashamed to try. Never be ashamed to be looked at as whatever people try to perceive you as for aspiring to have more in life. You know what inspired this message? Because I was scrolling on Threads and I kind of saw this tweet. I think a lot of people today are lacking empathy. Like the things that I be seeing people say about each other and other people's money and other people's circumstances, like they've never struggled before, is like really baffling to me. And I just think that it's so important to have more compassion for others. Of course, people that deserve it, because everybody doesn't deserve your compassion. Do that with discernment, but I just think it's so important for us to have more empathy for each other and to not be so focused on degrading people for what they do or don't have, because some people are not struggling by choice. Some people are struggling by circumstance. Sometimes it's spiritual reasons, sometimes it's that's just not their time yet. Like, you don't know why somebody's going through a hard time. And I think it's just so important to just have more compassion for other people. And I'm not trying to sound all love and light, because everything is not love and light. Do that with discernment, of course, so you don't get yourself in narcissistic relationships with people that are milking you of your empathy. But I just think it's important to have more compassion for others, and also to never be ashamed of your struggles, and never let anybody make you feel ashamed of looking broke or looking like whatever. Because people are going to talk whether you're doing good or bad. And I just think it's important to follow your heart and follow your dreams. And it's more important with how happy you are with your life than what other people think about it. And whether you got to go get that loan to fund your business, or with whatever you have to do to start and to try, whether you pray, manifest, do it. And don't let anybody make you feel ashamed of following your heart, of struggling. Because sometimes that may be, I'm not saying that you should aspire to struggle, because obviously not. Like, who wants to struggle? Come on now. But realistically, if you're aspiring for more in life, there may be a time, depending on the support you have along your journey, where you may fall short. And never be ashamed of that. Never be afraid to try. And don't let people that are so money hungry and greedy make you ever feel ashamed of making sacrifices for the life that you want. Because when you get where you want to be, these people are going to be in the same spot, being afraid to try for more, being afraid of taking those lemons and making lemonade, because they're too afraid of looking broke, because they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. So I just wanted to say, because I seen this tweet, I just want to speak on it. Basically, the person was saying that, like, there's some spiritual teachers that try to promote like being in lack materially, and I have personally never seen that. I've never seen anybody promoting being poor, or never having money. I think the point is to aspire to never be greedy, and you can have money without being greedy. You can do things the right way to get money, even if it may take longer. If you're moving with righteousness and morals and virtue, it may take longer, but you'll get there. And you'll have your soul intact. And I think that's more important than looking like you have money, is actually having it and actually being happy with your life. And again, I just wanted to say, because I think some people, when they just say certain things, they don't understand that maybe they have never experienced being around people that are so money hungry that they'll do anything for a dollar. They'll kill you for money. They'll do anything just to have money. That's so dangerous. That is so dangerous. And there's so many ways to get it, whether you work a 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur. But with whatever you do, never be ashamed to say you tried. Never be ashamed of your struggles. Never be ashamed of your journey. Never be ashamed of the lessons that you learn. As long as you're alive, no matter how old you are, you have the opportunity to try and strive for more. So that's just what I felt called to say, is just to never be ashamed of your journey, because I'm not afraid or ashamed of mine. And there will be people that try to put a spotlight on your struggles and that make it seem like you've never had a good time in your life, or you've never done anything for them, or you've never, like, you know, like you're just this poor person that's just in lack and you don't have this and you don't have that. And at the end of the day, having an identity outside of the things that you strive for is so important, no matter what it is, or whether you strive to be the next biggest singer or architect, whatever it is. Know who you are outside of those things. And don't ever let anybody make you feel ashamed of your journey. I recently accomplished a big dream of mine that I had ever since I was a little girl. And it may seem like something so small to others, but that means so much to me. And that is what spirituality is about to me. It's about discovery of self and knowing who you are and living your life with purpose. And it's not about being in lack. You can have both, but the way you go about it is so important. And my message today is, do what you got to do, whether you have a kid. Like, I don't have any children, so I can't speak on parenthood all the way. I can't do anything because I understand, because I was a kid before, but there's certain things that I don't understand that I maybe never will understand until I have a child. But what I wanted to say is, you know, just make sure you're getting it for the right reasons. Make sure you're inspired to, like, you're inspired to do things for the right reasons. And don't ever give up on your dreams. And never allow anybody who's never been in your shoes critique you. Don't let anybody who doesn't have the courage to try, who doesn't have the courage to do anything outside of the box, people that cling on to fear, they'll accept 2 cents just to say they have something coming in, rather than striving and trying and speak about your life. And that's just what I wanted to say. That message really inspired me, because I realized that a lot of people are lacking empathy today, and the things that they say, they just blurt out of their mouth without considering the fact that there's some people that may be going through challenges not by choice, whether it's because of the choices your parents made, or you weren't taught anything, you don't have support, whatever it is. Never give up on yourself, never give up on your dreams, and never be afraid of your struggles and your journey, because when you get to where you want to be, you're never going to be worried about the nights you didn't have this, or you're just going to be thankful that you never gave up. So don't ever give up on yourself, and don't care about what people have to say, because most people are not living for themselves. They're living to keep up with the Joneses, and what's more important is that you're happy with your life. So that's just what I wanted to say today, is to never give up on your dreams and live for yourself, and stay prayed up, stay grateful, and remember who you are. And if you don't know, learn.